Hey guys, this is Sage Wisdom, and I'm here to do Sagittarius' reading. So it's for sun sign of Saggy, or anybody that has Sagittarius in their placement on their natal chart. Okay, so we're looking at Moon, Rising, and Venus. So if you know your natal chart and you know your placements, and Sagittarius is in there, this reading might be for you, but it's specifically for Sagittarius with the sun sign of Sag. So you know your Sagittarius by your birth date, which is November 22nd through December 21st. Or you might be dating a Sagittarius or work with a Sagittarius and want to find out about a Sagittarius. So you're in the right place. And then thank you for watching. Now, once you listen to my video and if you feel like it resonates with you, go ahead and click that thumbs up button, and which will like my video, and then subscribe if you feel like you want to receive regular content from me, because I'm trying to grow my channel and I very much appreciate it. Okay, all right, Saggies, you guys are a mutable sign, so it's about what you perceive. Okay, so Sagittarius, look at that center right there. So it's about what you perceive, and you're mutable, so you go with the flow. So you're fire sign, but you're mutable also, so you still got that go-getter type energy, but you can go with the flow more. I hear my son just on his phone talk to Miles, I think. Okay, so you stand out from the crowd, though, is what they're saying. You have the ability to like look at your surroundings and kind of adapt to the situation, but at the same time maintain your individuality. Like you don't have to like pretend to be somebody you're not. You're always your authentic self. Okay, that's what they're saying. So the only thing with you says they can like, not the only thing, everybody have a lot of traits, but one of the things with you that could be a downfall is that you don't perceive the depth of a situation, and sometimes that can make you come across as careless or unkind. So just be careful not to be so brutally blunt that it hurts people's feelings. Kind of look at the emotional aspect of how what you say or do affects them. Okay, all right, Saggy, so now let's go into the prayer first. Thank you, God, for this opportunity to read for the sun sign of Saggy. I'm calling in my spiritual team, asking for divine white light and guidance and higher messages that's enlightened us in love. So anything that's not enlightened love, I dismiss the energy right now. Calling in only positive, higher vibes from source. Thank you, God, for this opportunity. Please help me clearly see, know, understand, and communicate the messages coming through from source through me out to the collective. Amen. All right, Saggies. You have 3 cards in your overall energy. The first card is the South Node. Let me drink my water first because I'm thirsty. The South Node talks about the past, and the past hurts and fears that you might be bringing to a current situation. So some unhealed trauma in your life, or stress, some traumatic stress that you went through that still haunts you and affect you to this day. And a lot of times this energy comes from a past life like before this life that you were in, and it's here. But sometimes it could be just from experiences from your lifetime that you haven't healed from, like traumas and experiences that you haven't healed from. Okay, but sometimes this energy is a good thing because it doesn't have to always deal with past hurts. It could be like skills and abilities that you have that you're not, that's dormant, that you're not tapping into and activating right now. And it's like this energy where they want you to tap into those energies, whether it's something you need to heal from or something that a skill that you have that you're not using to be beneficial to you and those around you, is what they're saying. So it's like, also it can mean just learning new ways to respond to stress, because sometimes whatever this past energy is that's stressing you out, you know, if you don't heal from it, it keep coming up whenever you get triggered, and you can easily get triggered by stuff you don't even know you're getting triggered by. Somebody can say, you don't know really that it triggered you. You just know, now I'm feeling sad, I feel irritated, I feel frustrated. You don't know why. It's because you haven't healed from something. So God is allowing you the opportunity to explore that emotion and kind of like heal it. You know what I'm saying? And part of healing just requires acknowledging that you feel a way, acknowledging that you felt a way, you know what I'm saying? And looking at it and processing it so that you can release it. So you basically surrender it to God so it can be healed. In some situations where you have more deeper trauma or stress, you may need counseling, like a grief counselor, a trauma counselor. Dialectical therapy is one of the counseling forms, or help with post-traumatic stress or unresolved issues from childhood, or personality disorder or mood disorders, like if you're bipolar or suffer from depression and anxiety. That type of therapy may help. But most of it is a spiritual journey where you're acknowledging your feelings, you know what I'm saying, you're processing it, and then you surrender it, like you're giving it to God. So a simple exercise you can do with this is like imagining all your fears, your stress, your trauma, like each one by one in your mind. Imagine the first one, ball it up like a piece of paper in your mind, and like you throw it into this basket. And Archangel Michael is holding the basket so he can take everything away. So do every one. If it take you like 30 times, where you're doing an exercise to ball up the piece of paper. So whatever's your fear is what you ball up in this piece of paper in your mind's eye and throw it into the basket that Archangel Michael is holding for you. So once you finish, you make sure that, am I clear? Did I get it all out? And then if yes, you feel like yes, it is clear, you see Archangel Michael lift off and take those to God, so that you basically surrender your problems, your traumas to God. Okay, so that's how you energetically and emotionally let go. But then it's the psychological or analytical way that you let it go, and that way requires therapy. So if you have like habits that you formed as a result of your traumas from the past, you would need more in-depth help from a therapist or a counselor or some type of spiritual mentor. Okay, so it's aspects to relieving grief, relieving trauma, relieving stress, and it's more than one part. So counseling is only one, or therapy is only one. Then you have the spiritual aspect. So it's like joining a church, or getting some type of spiritual ritual, or you know what I'm saying, where you're praying and meditating and you're doing those spiritual exercises to help relieve your emotional and earthly body of like the stresses of the world. Okay, yeah. So next you have Neptune, which is talking about vision. This Pisces is ruled by Neptune, and Neptune, it talks about being intuitive and tuning into your higher self in order to resolve any conflicts that may take place. Okay, and bringing back whatever dream that you had about what you wanted to do in the past, or maybe uncovering it, maybe you forgot, and you're stepping out of sequential logic about how you're going to get there, and having that hope, faith, and just keeping a vision of what it is that you want. Tune into the vision of what you want, and pray about it instead of worrying and stressing all the time about how it's going to manifest. Okay, so, and also don't let others play into your fears. You know what I'm saying? Don't let others make you feel more fearful. Like if you have a dream and you communicate what you want to do, like when I say dream, I mean like a goal, not like a dream when you sleep and wake up, but a goal that you want to achieve, and you voice it to somebody and they say, oh, I don't think you should do that because of this, and they put all these negative things of why you shouldn't. That's somebody playing into your fear. Don't allow that. So if a person is doing that to you, don't share your goal or your dreams with them. Okay. Whew. Okay, so that's Neptune. Okay, so then the last card of our energy is the Virgo, which is digest. So this is this card is talking about processing through repressed traumas and stress, and that's through the spiritual work or the therapy, or both. Really, the combination of both really does help you. But it's this ruled by Mercury, which is like, we think about Mercury in retrograde, communication being messed up. The reason why things don't always run smoothly is because you haven't processed through something that needs to be processed through. Okay, you have to nurture those aspects of yourself that you really don't want to because it's traumatic, but you have to nurture yourself. You have to comfort yourself as you would a friend that was in a distressful situation. You do the same thing with yourself. And they're saying like during a time frame of August 21st and September 21st is when you're going to start to see the results of whatever it is that you're working on that's bettering yourself. Okay, all right, so that's your overall energy, Saggy. What do you think about that? All right, so let's look at the energies that's around you. And I forgot to pull my other cards. Let me shuffle right quick. So I'm looking at the situation first. The first card that you have is Justice and the Fool here, and Justice is talking about bringing balance to a situation. Okay, like leveling the scales out to make things right, to make things fair. And then the Fool talks about like stepping out on a new life journey. So it's something that they want you to balance out or release so that you can move to the next level in your life that's going to bring more joy. It's bringing you towards energy that's your life purpose, something that you're meant to do, the thing that you said when you were in the spiritual realm, what you wanted to do to help make the world a better place. Okay, but they're saying you can't embark on this new journey until you balance out your own emotions and feelings, until you heal from your past traumas. And it could be past traumas from previous in your life when you were younger up to a certain point and you still haven't dealt with it, or it could be like past life traumas. So it's something that you haven't healed from yet that needs to be healed in order to move forward in your life, is what they're saying. And they're saying also, besides the therapy and the spiritual exercises, they're saying take care of yourself. Like give yourself a manicure, pedicure, like pamper yourself. Give to yourself on a physical aspect too. Like do your hair, do a facial. You know what I'm saying? Go get your teeth whitened. Just do something that makes you feel good. Take a bubble bath to relieve your stress. get a foot massage. That kind of stuff is going to help bring balance to you. It's going to give you a sort of relief so that you can move forward in your life towards a more positive journey, is what Spirit is saying. All right, so yeah, therapy, spiritual exercises, and actually pampering yourself is what you need at this time. So the energies around you is you guys have the Two of Wands and the Ten of Cups. So the two and a Death card. Okay, so the Two of Wands talks about a journey that you're on, and you're trying to make a decision on which way to go, and you're trying to have the courage to make the life change that's going to help you work through your issues so that you can move towards your divine life purpose. So it's like you're still trying to decide, or it's like you're stuck in the middle, or you know that you have to move forward, but you need to have the courage to do it. So it's like you're in a process of building up your courage before you can move forward to that next phase and stage in your life. And that comes with the what I just mentioned about the therapy, the spiritual exercises, and pampering yourself, like to get yourself back center. Okay, so you have a lot of life changes that's going to lead you to your divine purpose, which in turn is going to lead you to like happiness. Ten of Cups, everything that you want emotionally, spiritually, physically in this world, you can manifest. You can get the type of energy that you want. It's bringing in emotional joy and contentment. Okay, the cups represents your emotions, so it's like the flow of good emotions. But in order for this to occur, something in your life have to come to an end. So a cycle has to be deaded. Death. Okay, you have to end a cycle in order to move to this next phase, is what they're saying. So when you get confused, when you're on this path of with the Two of Wands, you're trying to decide, you just ask yourself, which one brings me closer to what it is I'm trying to accomplish, and then visualize it. To visualize the way that you feel like would bring you closer, and visualize the other way. So option A and B, and whichever one makes you feel better when you visualize it, that's the path that you know you need to go on. Okay, so focus on love, divine love. Focus on your highest good. What is it that I'm supposed to manifest at this point in my life? You know what I'm saying? That's going to be of good to others and myself, and that's going to lead you towards the answers to your prayers when you meditate on that energy. Okay, and your angels and your spirit guides said they are communicating with you through your thoughts and your dreams. So if you're having vivid dreams, that's very important. Last night I dreamed about, I think he's my godfather, and I gotta tell my mom about this dream, but it just, the energy, I felt like he was watching over me, like people that he passed away. So people that passed over loved ones are watching over you, and they're trying to like communicate to you to kind of help you through certain processes and levels that you are in life, so you don't get stuck. You know, they're offering comfort to you at this time too, is what Spirit is saying. Okay, yep. Gary Henry, I think is his name. I gotta talk to Mommy about that. All right, I remember I woke up hearing the name, and I was like, okay, I gotta tell Mommy about that. Okay, so aspects of this energy is, again, nourishing yourself. Because you have nourishing yourself in taking action and doing the work. Okay, and it's really more taking action and doing work, like the Emperor. You know what I'm saying? You're the Emperor. You're like, you have all that you need in place. Like everything has come into place. It's just that you're stuck as far as like, how do I want to manifest it, or which direction do I want to go in? So it's like you put the work in, and you're in your power. But in order to get clear on it, you have to visualize what you want, meditate on it, and like, you know, you'll have more clear understanding. So this requires you to take time alone to think about your dreams and your intentions and your desires, and actual angels to help you gain perspective if you don't have the sight right now. So the Emperor is about business, and you know what he want to do. The Eight of Pentacles is about the work that you've been putting in, but you just don't feel confident yet to move towards it. So you have to visualize, meditate, and pray on it, is what Spirit is saying. Okay, let's take one more card from here. Okay, yep, and they're saying, have patience as you go through this process, because this is a time to spend, to learn, to study, and to gather information about, you know, what it is that you want. Like, so you're like the student now, where you're like taking information in and learning, because in the future you're going to synthesize your knowledge, and there's going to be a lot of action, but you're still in the gathering phase, is what Spirit is saying. Okay, what's testing this situation is a tower. So you're having a tower moment, like the foundation of what's already established is being torn down because it wasn't operating in your highest good. Okay, so you feel kind of protective about that with the Nine of Wands. Like, you don't know if you can, like, if you're ready to fully let go, but they're saying the cycle truly has come to an end, and no matter how painful it is, you're gonna have to release it. Okay, so you may not feel it, but you really are in a good situation. You're flying high, and with this highness comes creative abilities are flowing in. So you're tapped in and tuned into source, you know, even though it's painful. Okay, this is what it's saying. Even though it might feel painful to let this situation come to an end, know that and take rest in that the cycle is over. And the cycle being over really should bring you comfort. They don't want you to be as defensive. They want you to open up to this process and what Spirit is trying to help you see, understand, help you release. You know what I'm saying? This past energy with that South Node is releasing like your triggers, the things from your past. So also know, in this process of releasing, there are people that are attached to us energetically. And as you release the past, you may be releasing some people from your life, and some people don't want you to release them. So they may be threatened by you rising above the situation and moving on. But they're saying, Spirit is saying, don't descend and make them feel better, because they'll later become inspired by the work that you're doing and how you continue to manifest the type of life that you want. Hold on, I gotta plug my computer in because the battery is low. Hold on, sorry. Okay, yeah. Anyway, so that's what they're saying. Does that make sense, Saggies? Is this interesting or what? Yeah. They're also saying that you're protected from any lower energy. So any energy that somebody might be sending to you energetically that's not of love and light, they're saying that that's not going to harm you. And whatever you've been through, just know that the worst is behind you, is what they're saying. So don't focus on, oh my God, this person's trying to harm me. And if you feel that, ask for divine protection. Protect your spirit and your energy is what Spirit is saying. Okay? And cut the cords energetically with those people who you once shared a close tie with, but no longer. And maybe you feel that they're energetically infringing on your happiness or your good wealth. Just cut the cords and ask for divine protection. It's there. You have ancestors and spirit guides, past over loved ones that's protecting you. So pay attention to your dreams. Write them down. Meditate on what you think it may mean when you wake up from them. Okay? So you're coming through a time where there's a lot of conflict, but the conflict more has to do with your emotions and how you processing through them. That's why they're saying they need you guys to check into therapy, get some spiritual help, and do the self-love type thing with the pampering, because they're trying to have you open up to like greater love, but it's going to require you to release anger and unforgiveness from your heart and mind. If you can't do that on your own, please seek help, because it helps. And if you have like EAP, employee assistance program, through your job, get the therapy, get the counseling, and help relieve all this repressed trauma and grief that you putting yourself through, because you don't have to go through it alone. Okay? Yeah. And your loved one, if you have a deceased loved one that you think about a lot, the reason why you think about them, because they're around you trying to help you not worry and not stress on situations. So it's like working through your shadow energy. This is the moon card. You're working through shadow energy, and if you continue to operate in anger, frustration, and unforgiveness, you'll stay stuck in that moon energy. You won't be going towards like positive outcome. You'll just be like stuck in a rut. So that's the energy they want you to come out of. So, but it takes a lot of work on your part towards yourself to make you better. Okay, so they don't want you to. Okay, the problem with this energy where you feeling stuck in your rut and when your emotions are healing, okay, it's growth, but the growth process is a painful process, especially if you tapping in and tuning into those parts that needs healing. Those aren't like pretty pictures that happen. You know what I'm saying? So it can go the opposite way and make situations dark if you don't get the healing. So make sure you get the healing, okay? And then the energy that they're telling me to focus on with you is the word grace, and it's talking about elegance and refinement, and it's like movement. It's like a courteous goodwill. So as you go through this process, make sure you have grace as you move through this process, because they're saying you're highly favored by God, and your blessings are about to be bestowed upon you if you can move past this energy. Okay, don't get stuck in a dark energy. Cut through all that mess and move through this with grace. Okay, it's like God is offering you a grace period before for payment. It's like you offering opportunity to turn things around in a different way. Okay, and so to continue to say prayers of gratitude as you go through this process is what Spirit is saying. All right, so look, outcome based on the current energy. Page of Pentacles will show you as a student learning and growing right now. You gaining information from the spiritual world, and as you continue to gain information, you'll receive positive results based on your healing. You have the Four of Pentacles here was talking about pulling your energies back to yourself and reserving your energies, because you know, you are going through a life-changing cycle, and as a result, you may be dismissing people from your life, and that can bring in some devil energy. Some devil energy, okay? So be careful with that. So some people don't want you to break those ties. That's that codependent energy, that devil. You know what I'm saying? So they try to hold on. So that's why you call in the divine protection and be aware of it. You don't have to be fearful of it. Be aware of the energy. Call in divine protection. Cut those cords energetically from those people that's negatively attaching themselves to you, or the negative energy that they're attaching to yourself. Send that energy back to sender and ask God to block it from ever returning to you. So basically, your world is changing, and your spiritual gifts are open as a result of your healing. As you heal from your traumas, your spiritual gifts open. You know what I'm saying? So you're no longer blocked from your traumas, but you're moving into a creative, intuitive energy is what they're saying. And you have a gift of helping people and teaching people. Now, some of you may be in the field where you help children, you know, so, you know, or you may be going into that field because that's part of your divine life purpose, okay? Yep. So just continue to meditate on your heart's desire. Focus on peace of mind and spiritual growth right now, because that's the phase that you're in. And then once you continue to reach for the stars, reach towards your dreams, and don't compromise on your desires. Okay. All right. So let's get an affirmation card for you, Saggies, before we close the reading out. What's the highest message for Saggies or anybody watching the video that will benefit from an affirmation? What is it that you want them to know? All right. The first card you have is, today I feel optimistic. Today I will see the beauty and goodness in the hearts of every person I interact with. So this is what they want you to focus on. So you can meditate on this energy, and then as you explore your day, make sure that you focus on the goodness in people. Okay? Give me a meditation card for Saggy. You have silent mantra. Come up with a mantra. It could be as simple as, I am capable. I am here. I am confident in my abilities, and repeat this to yourself during the stressful moments in your day. All right, Saggies, this is what I have for you guys. Thank you so much for watching. And until next time, light and love.